Hello everybody and welcome back to Last Epoch. We're continuing to work with our Tempest Swarmblade character. Why is this not... okay. I think the left mouse button thing's not working. Okay. Alternative interaction. Oh, there it goes. Okay, for some reason my setting went back to a different thing than it was. Okay, now it's working. I don't know why that did that, but okay. As I said in the last one, we're just kind of working on leveling up this character and then, you know, just making it a competing character with our rogue. Because it gets boring playing the same character over and over again. I'm the kind of person who likes to play a bunch of different builds at the same time and kind of rotate them out, because grinding the same character over and over again is just really boring. I want to grab these glyphs over here, then we'll head over towards the cemetery of the erased over there. So hopefully we can get all three of these done in an episode. Let's see here. Oop, wrong button. Let's see. I gotta remember what all my key buttons are, because keybinds are. But everything I have set to the keybinds, because I changed it in the last thing when they came out with the awesome left mouse button thing there. So. Leveled up. I think we need to be 72 before we're able to use the gloves that I've been waiting for. Okay, what do I want here? Grab all of that. I mean, I'll just grab everything, I guess. I have filters for a reason, right? Having a little bit of a hard time remembering. Oh, wow! We actually ended up getting out of our Swarmblade form. Is that because of me that I accidentally pressed the E key? That's probably what it was. Probably pressed the E key. There's a champion up here. Take me a second to do this, especially if she keeps yanking around like this. Did I get her? Alright, cool. That was a little bit annoying, but we got it done. It's a little bit awkward after training myself to use the right mouse button to do everything, to get used to it not being my main thing anymore, so I'll get there. It takes time. Cool. That takes care of that. Get this guy down. Grab ourselves some experience points. Make sure my make sure my movement's still working the way it's supposed to. Nope, there it goes. It still has this problem where, after using some abilities, some of the direction keys... That's weird. Yeah, they need to fix whatever that problem is. If I remember correctly, turning this off and then back on again typically fixes it, but... and then... no, it's not working again. I don't understand, like, I don't know. I don't understand why it's so difficult for them. I know, I'm not a programmer. I've done some programming, so I have a vague idea, so that's what makes me say, I don't understand why this interaction is such a problem. I mean, there's a coordinate system on the screen here, right? Based off of something, whatever system they're using. If mouse position equals activatable object position, convert to activate. If not, else attack, or use whatever the ability is. Right? Like, I have no problem with that. That's the way that should work. I don't understand like I think the problem is something. If I'm going to go logically into the whole thing, I think the problem is that they tried, because their legacy system had their left mouse button doing everything, or doing like a lot. They nested a bunch of stuff inside of that, and they're having a hard time separating that. And what they need to do is they need to suck it up and go back and rewrite the code to separate the two different movement modes and make them completely separate processes from each other, so that one is not pulling from the other. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to do that if you want to implement the WASD thing. I have a feeling that they're trying to get outside of the work of separating the two systems from each other by putting band-aids on things, instead of just saying, you know what, we're gonna have one whole section of code that is the left mouse button, or that is the mouse moving code, and then we're gonna have a completely separate code that is the WASD code, and depending on which one you select, this is the code set you're using. And if they do that, that should get rid of the conflict between the two systems. But they don't want it. I think it's a lot more work to do it that way, and that's why they're not doing it. At least that's my assumption. I'm assuming, with my limited knowledge of how coding works, I think it's because they're trying to just band-aid it as best they can to make it work, rather than doing it right and writing a completely new code set for the WASD version of things. So yeah, that's my I just got a text message. That's my hypothesis for what's going on. No idea if that's the case or not. Okay, so we have swords here. I really would like to get Rainbow Edge. We got Crystal Sword, lightning damage. Ooh, 4560 versus. Oh, because it's. I mean, I guess we could try to put some resources into it. Nah, it's already tier 6. I don't remember what the next tier of stuff is. I think melee attack speed was actually the other one. I don't remember. But we have nothing else to do, so why not? Okay, so 4560 versus 2217. Yeah, the hard part is, ooh, I actually think that's the axe we need. Hold on, we gotta pull that up. I don't have a choice now. I gotta pull that up. I was trying to avoid going through and having to open up the build for this, but I'm thinking we might need to, because I believe that axe is the offhand we're supposed to be using, and it has legendary potential. I should have just went to max roll. I always forget that it's faster to just go to max roll and just go through the process of opening it up. Okay, so, oh yeah, eviscerating Tempest Maw of acid. Okay, so I have a feeling though that equipping this is going to end up causing our damage to go down a little bit, but it is the actual thing that we need. So the other thing that we're supposed to have for this build is this guy here. But unfortunately, when I do that... Wait, what? That didn't happen before. Why is that different now? Hold on, I'm confused. That's not what happened before. That is not what was going on before. 12,658. I am super confused because that's not what happened before. My damage went down precipitously when I equipped this last time. Is it because of the axe? I mean, I'm not going to complain. $65.44. Okay, that's the difference. That's the difference. Okay. So I'm thinking that because our arm blade slash isn't the primary thing that's supposed to be happening, I have a thing where I don't like to read way deep into the weeds, and I'm sure that this is probably explained in the build, but I'm guessing that because this is doing a lot of adding a lot to our tornado damage, and that our tornado damage is really what we're trying to get going with the arm blade slash, I think this is why we're going with the scepter here. So, that said, Let's, all right, I know I'm doing a bunch of,
Yes.
I know I'm wasting a bunch of time here. As much as I know, I know I should be trying to get stuff out of this, but I mostly just want to get rid of stuff in the inventory. So we're just going to go ahead and just sell all of this. It's not going to be that big of a hit. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's go here. Do that. Okay.
Yes.
And then both of these can go there. That can go there. And then for our level up, since I did go ahead and grab the thing here, let me figure out what my next passive point's supposed to be. Where am I on the passive point tree? We have 20 on that. 15 shaman points. Ah, you son.
Take care.
Damn it. Struggling to get this to go. So yeah, we're supposed to have 20 basic, 23 shaman, 8. Wow. This is the problem with. Okay, hold on. So we're supposed to go up to 8 on the. We're supposed to go up to 8 on that. And then after that, we switch back over to our shaman. Okay, I think that's what we were working on in the first place. So shaman is supposed to have 8. And then I went with these because, and I guess I probably should just follow the guide. I don't know what does it do our. That's the thing. I don't understand. I don't know if our things count as totems. So, as much as I don't want to, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the end of time. We'll respec and follow the guide. I'm assuming that our locusts count as totems for some reason.
Hello, traveler.
And then they want me to go 1 in the first one and 4 in the second one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Earth and Supremacy. Oh, is it? Yeah. Earth and Supremacy, we do 5 out of the 8 for Earth and Supremacy. Okay. So that's that.
Do not dwell on regrets.
Don't think. Oh, we do. So let's take a look at these. Swarmblade form is supposed to have. So 1 there, 4 there, 2 there, 3, 1, 2, 5. I'm going to take that because increased speed, increased attack, and oh, probably should have taken something different, but that's fine. It's fine. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. This is supposed to have 4, 1. 4, 2, 1, 5. Storm orbs more frequently. Tornado lasts longer versus more storm orbs. Thinking tornado lasts longer is probably better. Then again, I don't know. Yeah, because the idea when we're doing like when we're doing packs of mobs and stuff is we hit them until the tornado procs, and then we move on. So I think that's kind of what we need to do. So that's fine. All right. Let's see here. This one's supposed to have 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 1. Okay. So which one do I want the most? Maelstrom stacks have a longer duration. I think I like that better. So that way I don't have to use the movement speed all the time. I don't really care about stunning that much. Maelstrom deals more damage, and it doubles if you have 60 attunement. We are working towards that. to... So the only other things we're supposed to max out is this or this. If I'm going to pick one, I'm going to pick the duration thing there. That's probably better. But I don't know. I don't know. That's okay. We're going to figure it out. So now we'll go back over here and try to do this again. Okay, so I got my glyphs out of that. We have several cemeteries that we could head to, but I don't really want to do an arena. Blah. Fine, we'll do the arena. We'll do the arena. Oh man, this is so cool. So we just gotta make sure we're like regularly attacking to keep our tornado up. But holy crap, the tornado's doing way more. Okay, well, that's why you follow the guy. Now that said, I didn't realize what was happening. I've had that for a while. That legendary potential staff for a while. But for whatever reason, I was looking at my melee damage in this form rather than the actual thing that mattered, which was the fact that the tornado and the lightning bolts and all that stuff is really what's doing our damage. The arm blade slash or whatever it's called is only really there to apply the tornado. So once you realize that, you start to pay attention to the fact that, oh, I really should have been doing it this way the whole time. Duh. But you live and you learn. You know, if you're not an attention to detail person, it's easy to miss stuff like that. So. Oh, I'll take that. And the cool thing is that it has legendary potential, which means that if we can get to the part... I don't know. I'm not really sure what the best way to go is, because I haven't really done the research into upgrading uniques into legendary items. My understanding is you go to the high-level dungeon, the time dungeon, or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. But the last dungeon, you go there, you beat the boss, and then there's a forging thing at the end that you craft all of your stuff. And I'm thinking I want to try to have... I want to have the bases. I want to have the legendary, the uniques, and the whatever I'm going to combine with the unique to make it what I need it to be before I go do the dungeon. Because I don't know that I'm picking up all this stuff. I don't know that I need it. So I just got to get back into the. I got to get into the groove of just hitting things to get the tornado going, and then moving. And then when we want to fight a boss, then we'll stop and fight the boss. Or unique or rare, whatever. I don't know. My brain is just all over the place right now. I've been dealing with something all morning that just had my brain completely done for the day. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Die. Die. Taking a little bit too long doing this, so let's just move on. I'll take a bunch of chests. What's the headgear I need? I need a legendary gladiator, a seed of Echidrazole. It's a legendary gladiator helmet is what we're looking for. Not a sage antler. So what we'll do is we'll take those out and we'll pick that up because the unique gladiator helmet is what we're looking for. I think there's... I don't remember how that... I don't know how it works. I gotta do some research, unfortunately, because I don't know what the... Don't know what the process is. Oh, weird. We gotta get out of here. This will take forever. Oh my god, get off the terrain. The terrain is annoying. Somebody needs to, or they need to add an option to like have timers that show up over your character. It becomes very difficult to know when my tornado is about to go away. I think we need... So, coin... That's nerve-wracking. Coin mail belt. I think I have the transient rest boots that we need, but I don't have legendary potential. We got to keep an eye out for that. The amulet is going to be a ruby amulet. Oh, and I forgot to check and see. I think we need to be 72 before it's going to let us... Sorry. I think we need to be 72 before it's going to let us put the boots on. So, I don't believe we have any new Weaver Tree options here. And I don't know what the benefit is for Soul Embers. Shrines. So basically it just allows you to go through maps that have the specific things that you're trying to grind for. Always drops a unique melee weapon. I don't really need that right now, but one of my other characters could probably pick that up. Place at the altar of the Weaver and complete to earn... Oh, have we not done this one yet? Ooh, I don't think we've done this one yet. I don't think we've done that one yet. Okay, cool. I actually don't think we've done that one yet. Now, unfortunately, I don't know... 50% increase health regen while transformed, less frequency of expending storm stacks, and plus 12 damage for storm bolt. That would actually be pretty good. I'm actually going to do that. I don't know that there's anywhere for me to put it, though, because I really kind of need... I'm going to set this off to the side, and at some point later on, I'll go back and look at that. And yeah, yeah, so that's it for that, and that's also going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, where you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people like to do that instead of going through YouTube for helping out channels. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for the next episode, and I'll see you then.